Right guys, we're back today with a PS5. It is literally only, what, 5 weeks old. My nephew decided that he wanted to jam something into the DVD tray. So let's see what's going on and we can basically take it from there. Don't mind the fingernails. I've got a little girl and today was nail painting today, so let's get cracking and we'll see what is going on with this. We'll have a little listen. I don't know if you can pick up on camera or on audio, but let's have a listen. Yeah, that definitely sounds like the DVD tray working hard to try and either eject or dislodge whatever has been put in there by young Harry. So let's get set up and we can go from there. Alright guys, back in a tick. Alright guys, we're back, so we'll literally take the top and bottom cover off. It looks pretty clean. Like I said, it's only like 4 or 5 weeks old, brand new since Christmas. So let's pop these off and see what's going on. There we go. Easy peasy. We'll flip it over and we'll do the other one. You can tell what way they come off. If you have a look in camera, this big thick part on this side here, so obviously in the camera, you push from the opposite end, so it literally pushes this way. Just give it a bit of force and it should come off easy enough. There we go, and that is the other cover. So let's see what's going on now. What we'll do is, I think it's this one and this one that come off. So on camera it will be that one there and that one. I think they're T9s. First time taking a PS5 apart, so I'm pretty sure it's T9s, but we'll have a bash. Yeah, they're T9s, so they'll actually just come out. This one here. Right, let's see if we can get it out. Again, just literally take your time pulling this out. Rock it back and forward. There we go. Perfect. And the ribbon cable is a good one. I'll show you on camera. Let me just zoom in. So this one here, you've got two little lips, or two little lugs, one there and one there. These slide back. Don't just pull the ribbon cable out, you're going to rip it. There's little kind of ears on these. Make sure you pull and loosen the connector first. So this little connector here and here, basically it pops back the way, so you loosen it. I think it's only like 1 mil, or if that, 2 mil max. So let's do that in a second, and we'll get the ribbon cable out. I'll leave it like that. It's actually just a little bit better on the visuals. The one with the drive, you've got this little part here. I don't know if you can see it on camera. This little part here, you basically push that. So if you can see it on camera, it basically releases. Push it down. You see me pushing it down? Yeah. So you push that down, and then it pops out. No problem. No force required. Just be sure you're pushing that down, because if not, these little ears, this one and this one, you will rip them off if not careful. Let's have a quick look. So yeah, so oops, those little ears, that one and that one, you will rip off. So on the other side, it's that one and that one. So just be very, very careful. Right, now we've got this off. We'll put this to the side just now, and we'll work on this bad boy. Let's just zoom out a wee bit. Right, we're getting focus. So on this one, there are tons of little small screws. I think it's this one. So all my nail polish is coming off. No, I'm just going to cut it. I'm not even going to try and save it. So let's see. There's a couple of connectors in here. Yes, there are. It's not as easy as some of the tutorials say, I'll tell you that right now. Right, what we've got in here. And I have found that problem already. So, I don't know how I'm going to do that out, but let's have a look. So, I don't know if you guys can see that on camera. Sorry, just getting used to this. See it? Yeah. So this is what young Harry decides to jam in his DVD drive, and it does not work. I don't know what it is, no idea what it is, but we will try and get it out and then go from there. Right guys, let's see if we can get this out. Let's turn it, let's keep it that way. Right, okay. Okie dokie. Let's have a wee look-see. Right, this is going to be... Right. Do you know what? Do you know what? Do you know what? Do you know what? I'm just going to take it to bits. It's easier to get to the rollers from underneath, so I'm just going to pull this top cover off and get to it that way. I'm not going to try and damage anything when there's a simpler way to actually get to it. Right. Okay. So yay. Right. So there. Yeah. There we go. Whatever this is, we'll find it in a minute. I have no idea. It looks like some sort of cap off of something. Don't know. But we'll give it back to him. Oh, like I said, getting used to the camera angles. First PS5, not bad. Right. So let's take the CD out. Put that somewhere safe, and it was Gran Turismo 7. Hey. Oh, it's not focusing. There we go. GT7. Right, okay, let's put this back together now. Just being very careful on how we put things back together. Just double check things, take your time. As I said, this is my first time doing a PS5, so take your time, check things still work, and then we can go from there. Right, so put the screws in, don't overly tighten them, just tighten them until they stop, and then you can go around and nip them up. So look, 2 fingers, literally top 2 fingers that I'm using. As soon as it stops spinning, just actually done. Same with this one, 2 fingers, stops turning. And the last one, pop that in, and then you literally can just nip them up just a quarter turn, nothing more, if they do want a quarter turn. If they don't, good. You don't want to over tighten and strip them. That's the last thing that we want. We really don't want to be doing that. So right, so next thing will be what I'll do is I'll put this back together on camera. We will put it back together, or will we? I don't know. I'll have a think. I may just put this back together and speed it up, and then we'll have a look at the GPU. All right, guys, enjoy. apart again. I had put one of these little small screws, this one here, it doesn't matter, this little screw, they're all the same going round. So I put one in the wrong place in the little board here. You've got two that goes into the board. I put one in here, but it actually goes in, so two go in there, but I put one in here under this, so it was wrong. So when you put the cover on, you can't get another screw in. So quickly recognised mistake, pulled them all out, popped one in here and one there, you can't see it, and then obviously popped these back in there. So that is us. I'm going to put it back together, or will I? I don't know. I'm going to have a think. Let's yeah, I'm going to pull it apart to do the liquid metal, or at least have a look at it. So we'll be back shortly. Alright guys, bye. Alright guys, we are back. So I'm just going to take out the, I'm just going to do it. I'm going to take out the GPU and clean it up and put more liquid metal on it. So let's get started. There is 32 screws. So yeah, I'll speed this up because it will take a while, and we'll see in a little bit. Alright guys, screw one and counting. There we go. Right guys, we've got my isopropyl alcohol. We've also got blue shop roll. I've got a roll next to me here. I've popped the alcohol into a little tub along with my cotton swabs. I've got a bunch of them here basically. So what we'll do is we'll start cleaning this out, and we can go from there. Alright guys, let's roll. Right guys, that's it complete. Everything is now cleaned up. It's just a case of now putting it back together. So what we'll do is we will basically get everything ready. This is the thermal, the liquid metal I've got. It's obviously QuickSilver. I use that for a lot of PC builds, de-lidding, etc. So we'll put a good amount on that, and then obviously I've got the little black kind of swab cotton bud to use. There's literally no fibres on it, so nothing will get left behind. So that's pretty much what I use for PCs. Obviously the first time doing it on the PS5s, but it's easy enough done, and a simple brush just to give things a brush out. That's it guys. So what we'll do is I'll start putting things back together and we'll go from there. Right, see you shortly. Hi guys, let's put it back together. Right guys, we are back. What I've noticed is on the thermal pads, as you can see, let me just try and point to these. If you look at these ones, this one's here, that one, that one, that one, and these ones, they obviously correspond up with this one, that one, and the bank that sit here. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to pop on a little bit of thermal paste. Am I using MX4? Okay. Some will say, you know, don't do that, but it's not going to do anything. I'm just filling in the gaps between the pads and the bits that I've actually torn off. So like these ones here, this one here, these, in fact this all the banks here have all obviously been ripped off, obviously with me pulling the board. So it's literally a dab of thermal paste, if that, just to fill in the gaps, and then we'll start putting it back together, just in case anybody says anything in the comments, but go for it. Right, okay guys, let's bring this over here, and then we'll start, and then we'll put the liquid metal on. And then we'll use the liquid metal. Alright guys. I actually think there wasn't enough liquid metal on this to start with, guys. I really don't. Now it's got a good amount on it. I think we'll be good on thermals, I really do. Harry says that when he's playing games for any length of time, that will basically come up saying overheating issue, and it will literally cut off any game that he's got going on. So we'll obviously find out. Right guys, I'm now going to flip this and then put it back into its position. So let's get this hopefully on the first attempt. Guys, we are back. Sorry, I just took some time just to check things on that, just to obviously make sure everything was a-okay, and it looks like we're good. It looks like we're good. So let's put this back together and we'll see if it works. So we've done another time montage. We'll see you in a bit, guys. So, if you're taking this apart and you do forget to take pictures, if you look real closely on the board, I'll bring this up, we'll get it. Let's see if we can do this. So, on here, I don't know if you can see it, it says, I think it's, let's have a look. This one says here, FW. Okay, yeah, you can literally see it there, FW, and that's FB for blue. This one is F, is it F? It is, this one here, sorry, is RB for R black, and this one here is, well, look, it's RW for white, so you can't really get them mixed up. But as I said, take pictures and you can't go far wrong with that. Let's sort that out. Okie dokie. Let's pop these back in. So this is, top one is our black. It doesn't go in, just take it back out and then just pop it back into place. It should literally just snap in. There we go. And the same goes for this one. Just have a look at your cables, make sure they're nice and neat, nothing's snagged, and then pop it into place. And this one's been a bit temperamental. There we go. Perfect. So, CD done. Motherboard out. GPU done. We'll put the fan in next. The brackets are still to go in. Clear up, then test, and we'll put this back together. Alright guys, we'll do another timeline. We'll be back shortly. See you in a bit. And that is one PS5 back together. Well, when I say back together, just for testing. So let's get this over to the kind of test area with my screen and cables and stuff like that, guys. And we will see what this does. Obviously it's not screwed in or anything like that just yet. It's literally just held in at the moment. Like I said, just for testing. So let's go over here. Oh. Plug everything in. We'll do the LAN next. And then cable the power. Job done. Right. Let's see if this boots and takes and ejects the CD. Might need to power on first. Okay, let's go for it. We've got a blue light, which is good. We've got fan spinning, which is good. Let's see what happens. Come on, baby. Do we? Oh, looks like we've got a splash screen coming up. Yeah. Come on. Oh, one of the dogs is going to be sick. Okay, Inky. Oh, and we've got a splash screen. So we are up by the looks of things. Yeah. Wow, we are up. That was quick. Nice. So let's sign in. Boom. We've got FIFA. Now, if you go to this, it should ask for the disc. Right, guys, moment of truth. Yes or no? In the comments. Go. 3, 2, 1, go. Woohoo! Oh, that sounds nice. Not like the clatter we had before. Oh yeah. Excellent. You can hear it spinning up. Oh my goodness, yeah. Wow. That is super silent compared to what we had before. So let's just go and play a game. Definitely not updating. Go F yourself. Right, okay. Why the hell not? Oh, I wonder if you need to be signed in for this. Can't download update file. Go to the download update screen what the problem is. Well, I know it works. Oh, wonder why that is. Right, okay. They can do that at home then. Fair enough. That's fine. All we need to do now is see if it ejects. So, let's try this. Boom. One fixed drive. And wow, I think this is the first drive fix on this particular model. Pretty sure of it. I had a quick look after I took a wee break, and I could not find anything on this model of PS5. So I think this is the first drive fix on this. So let's have, I'll put it all back together, and but prior to doing that, I'm going to take this back out and I'll show you guys another video of the actual problem that I had with it. So yeah, let's put this back together, guys, and job done. Cheers. Let's just try it one more time. Yeah, it works perfectly fine. Yeah, it's such a simple fix. It took me a while to find it, but once you spot it, it's so easy. Couple of minutes, pop it in, and I'll show you in a second. So look out for the next video, guys, and I'll see you in a bit. Okay, bye. So guys, this is the DVD drive for a PS5, specifically the model CFI-1216A, or in other words, Charlie Fox Indigo -1216 Alpha. Now, these are the new ones, or the latest generation to be released by Sony. This one is about 5 weeks old on the making of this video. So what you'll see here is I'm actually quickly redoing this because for some reason the sound went missing don't know why, so I'm having to do a quick voiceover on it. So what I'm going to show you is me taking the drive apart, what my nephew did to destroy, well, when I say destroy, I mean to block the DVD drive. So this is the part here. He's 8 years old, so as all 8-year-olds do, he basically jammed this little plastic clip into the DVD drive slot. So once he obviously jammed that in, there was a disc already in it, so he couldn't get that out. The drive was shut at the front, so we couldn't eject, and obviously we couldn't insert anything, and it was making a horrendous racket. I've quickly just pointed to all the screws which I've taken out for quickness. I think there's 1, 2, 3, 4, I think it's either 5 or 6 screws, and then obviously the top comes open as you see there. Again, apologies, the dogs are having a big drink in the back, so you may be able to hear them. So you've got a couple of cables in here. One's been a ribbon cable, in fact 2 ribbon cables. The thick one doesn't come out. The little small red and black one is a simple cable to come out. You've got the small ribbon cable there, that's easy to come out, and then you've got the kind of medium ribbon cable at the back. The big thick one that I'm pointing to just now is the ribbon cable for the laser that pulls back and forward. So this is part of the problem. If you look back at the earlier video, you can see where the little plastic clip was jammed, and this in turn caused this little clip or notch here to pop out. Where I'm pointing now, you've got a little white runner. It's about 1 inch long, and underneath that it's got like a little gear or half a gear. There's actually 3 problems on this that I found. So where I'm pointing to just now is this pops out, okay, and if it pops out, it will not feed the little bracket or the little kind of gear underneath this, which I'll show you shortly. That in turn does not obviously activate the gears underneath, and in turn doesn't activate the sensor or the ribbon sensor. So we'll show you in a second. So I'm obviously taking out the 4 screws, 1 in each corner. They're just literally small Phillips heads, using the iFixit. So this comes out pretty easy. There is a trick to get it out. It does stick on one corner, which I'll show you shortly. So that's us out with the last screw. This little black tool comes in the iFixit kit, and as you can see, I'm pointing to the little black kind of notch. It's a little kind of black post, location post. So tool in, push down, and it literally just pops up from the little black post, or location post as I call it. Top of the DVD tray comes out, and this basically lets you into the internals of the drive. Now, as I said, I don't know what it's like on the previous models. This is the newer model. As you can see, I'm pointing to the little white, it's a little white slider is the best way to describe it. You can see where the first cog is, and then this actually slides back and forward. I'm showing you now. So that's it, forward. Top tip, it must be in the back position. If it's in the forward position, it will not work. So please remember that. I think, yeah, I'm going to zoom in. It may not be the best. Obviously, I'm working on different ways to get angles and stuff like that. So yeah, so there's a little cog that sits on the little slider that attaches to the main cog, and this is it in the back position, or I think it's the locked position. You don't want it in the locked position. You want it in the back position, which obviously I'm demonstrating just now. So you can see me flicking it back and forward. This obviously connects into the main cog, and in turn activates everything else, rollers, the mechanism, the laser, which I'll show you shortly. So again, I'm pointing to the little slot that the little location pin or white tab goes into. and it just slots in like so. Yeah, I'll maybe put some music on the back of this, just to kind of fill in the gaps. But yeah, it must go in the back position and into the little slot that you can see here. If it doesn't fit into that, it just will not work whatsoever. So please be very careful with that. Obviously, if you flip it over, if you see me pushing this, you'll see everything go back and work in turn. So yep, there we go. So you'll see me pushing it a second, yeah, and that activates everything. It's pretty simple, but if you don't know what you're looking for, it took me ages to find it. To be honest, I put it all back together and the DVD drive would just not work. So pulled it back numerous times, then obviously kind of went back to basics, followed it all back as I'm pointing. The main lever, the black one, comes back, toggles the switch, hits the second switch, engages. That engages the white massive cog, that in turn engages the laser, and then that in turn ejects and takes in DVDs or CDs. On the laser itself, you can see me obviously zooming in. There is a small part that you need to be careful with. So let me just zoom in and get it focused. So yeah, so let's not focus, let me just do it again. Yeah, that's better. So this little notch here, okay, that must correspond with the little notch that's on the underside of the other part of the DVD tray, and I'll show you in a second. If it's not in that, the laser will not get pulled back and it will not engage. So it needs to be in this little slot for it to work. So if you look at the little white post, if you tally that up with the little, I think it's grey notch on the little green PCB, these two must be linked together. When they're linked together, when everything activates, discs go in, and then obviously that in turn activates the automatic taking of discs, and obviously when you press the eject button, it obviously spits discs out. So yeah, so that little white post must be in the little grey groove or little kind of notch on the green PCB. Yeah, so it's a bit of a weird one. As said, it took me ages to find this. As you can see obviously in the video, I pulled the PS5 apart, changed the liquid metal, cleaned it all out, put it back together, and it kind of, well, it did work, kind of. It booted up, I got rid of the overheating, which I tested on numerous hours of gaming. I got rid of that, but this was the main problem that took me a while to fix. You would think that the overheating would take me ages, but it was actually this little problem. So when Harry's obviously put in the little clip, for whatever reason, something skipped out. The little post has popped out from the laser drive, and that in turn has skipped out and put it out of, best way to describe it is out of alignment. But once you line everything up and then screw it all back in, it's pretty much good to go. But the little white plastic kind of lever just next to the blue circular where the screw goes into, that must be in the back position. It's in the forward position now, so it must be pushed back when putting it all back together, and everything must line up. So yeah, so the little white inch with gear, half gear on it, that must be in the back position. The little white location tab must be inserted into the little location hole on the laser, and then basically we put it all back together and it works. Tested numerous times, my little nephew is testing at present, but yeah, that's pretty much it. It's a simple fix, but to get to this, or if you have problems with the disc ejecting or taking discs, this is the problem. Okay, as you can see, I'm putting everything back together and doing it one-handed. Just take your time in doing this, okay? You can see the little white notch going into the slot. Okay, that must be in there. And obviously the the drive or the laser must be pushed forward towards the disc, where it, obviously the exit is for the disc. Push it towards that. It gives you more space to work getting the little location tab into the green PCB, but in turn it leaves you not a lot of room to put the cables in, as you can see. But if you take your time, you will get there. I mean, I've had this apart numerous times, and at first I thought, wow, this is pretty difficult, but the more you do it, the more you get better at it. So that's pretty much it, guys. You can see me obviously struggling to get everything back in. I don't put the screws back in because I did have some quick testing to do after this, but I can assure you that is the problem. So three things: the little white inch long white lever with the half cog on it, the laser that must be in the forward position towards the black slot at the front, as you can see there, and obviously in the bigger of the white cogs, the little white location tab must be through it. So three things to check if you're repairing these. That is if excuse me, it doesn't take discs. So yeah, that's it, guys. Any problems, just hit me up in the comments. Cheers.